Hey guys, this is Camfree15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another Dragon Quest episode review for you guys. Now, obviously I said I probably will not be doing a Dragon Quest episode review for this week because of my wisdom teeth getting pulled. Well, fun fact, I didn't get my wisdom teeth pulled this week because I had to reschedule that for another day. Anyways, I did watch it. Now, again, also my co-host Red Wolf was very busy because I'm recording this video obviously on Saturday. It's going up on Saturday because Friday I had to go to one of my old high school's varsity football game on Friday, so couldn't talk about Dragon Quest, but here I'm talking about it now. But yes, the Red Wolf isn't here joining us this video because he had a very busy day today. So yes, I'll be here talking. But other than that, I thought we got a pretty solid episode in terms of just build up for this upcoming arc that's going to happen. So this is Dragon Quest episode 52. Now, we know that Baron showed up at the end of the last episode, and essentially, essentially Leona just asked Baron like, well, are you helping us or not? And essentially Baron's like, listen, my goal is to end Dark King Vern. So at this point we have common goals. Our goals are aligned. So for now, I'll align with you. But after this is all over, you know, I'm gonna fight Dai, and guess what? We'll determine who's left and stuff like that. Now, Dai is kind of not for this, for not having Baron join their crew and their ranks, in the sense of them allowing Baron giving his help to them. He doesn't like the fact. Heck, it's funny because they even the others talk about it. They're like, I'm shocked that they didn't end up in a fight so far and everything, because clearly they really don't like, well, I wouldn't say don't like each other. They're not fond of each other because of the Baron arc and everything. Now, Mom says she sees a difference in Baron compared to, I guess, what the others were saying, but Leona did tell Mom, like, well, you know, he was totally different when you first met him, because he was actually out to freaking kill for blood and stuff like that and try to take Dai back. Now, Dai and Baron, they're on this cliff, they're talking. Now, Baron essentially asked Dai, like, you have a problem with me or something like that being here? And Dai's like, listen, I just want to know this one question. What was my mom like? And essentially Baron goes on to say that Sola was a kind, loving soul that embraced everyone she came across, and everyone said she was like, everyone said, you know, she brought a smile to their faces and stuff like that. And you know, Dai's like, oh, well, that's nice to know and stuff like that. And Dai's like, well, we better get going. And Baron says, you know, she resembles that Baron goes on to say that tendency resembles within Dai as well, which is pretty cool, because it's kind of, we're at this point where when you look at Baron now, you can clearly see that Baron like clearly loves Dai because that's his son at the end of the day. And two, we kind of know that Baron is essentially sacrificed. This mission for Baron is his last mission, because we know Baron's essentially sacrificing his life so Dai can be able to defeat Dark King Vern. Like the way Baron acts this episode, you know, is more of a teacher type of mentor type of thing to Dai, because essentially he's like, I'm probably gonna die and I'm gonna sacrifice myself for probably my child to do this. This is the last thing I'm gonna do, and stuff like that, which I think is nice. It's kind of sad because you see, that's why Mom brings up the fact, like, he seems kind of different, because Baron just knows, like, I'm gonna go into this fight knowing it's gonna be my last fight, because guess what, I want my son to live on and prosper. Even though I do not like humans at all, I want my son to live. I want my son to live and stuff like that. So yeah, now Crocodile, Mom, and Pop, they all enter the field of death, and they're just kind of chilling. You get some comedic moment scenes. Goma-chan was like in Mom's gi and everything. And the only reason why Pop could tell it is because, like, he was telling Crocodile, like, well, Mom's butt was bigger than it usually was, which, goes to show that Pop is a man of culture, and he looks at girls' butts. Well, okay, fine. Mom obviously is embarrassed and stuff like that, and she's trying to beat him up. And again, Crocodile makes the small reference by saying, it's, I don't know who would probably be the man in the relationship between you two if you guys were married. Essentially saying, yeah, I don't know which one would be we wearing the pants in the relationship. But funny comment and everything and stuff like that. It was hilarious. We also do get a nice insight on Crocodile. He said after this, maybe he hopes to have somebody special, like maybe achieve to get a wife in the future. Now, I don't know any other girl animals that could talk unless he's willing on marrying a human or something like that, but I don't think that's going to happen. But it's some nice insight on Crocodile to say that he would like to, have a wife of his own, to just have some peace and stuff like that. Again, I do like the fact that Crocodile kind of reflects on his life, because we know from the start of the series, Crocodile was very corrupt and evil, and Dai really changed that inside of him. And it's good to see, like, he's all about peace, and now he has a new, what's the word? A new, thought on life and stuff like that for the future. Now, what happens is we see the royal guard show up. They're like, oh, well, now they make a mention that, what is it? I forgot the queen's name. Is all fixed and brand new and healed. But they also made the mention, where's your other guy, the sharp guy with the swords and everything? And that's when even the royal guard's like, wait, what the hell happened to Fenbren? Essentially, when Dai and Baron are underwater going to unlock the Dark Gate and break through, Fenbren's essentially waiting for them. And the reason why he was there is because Dark King Vern sent him to go there. And also, too, Fenbren wants to get revenge on Baron for what he did to him. Now, Fenbren, he can't see because, Baron literally took away his eyes, but he can sense the Orichalcum, which essentially is their swords off of their backs and everything. And what happens is, Fenbren uses a Fawoosh spell to knock away the sword of to knock away the sword of Baron, and Baron loses his sword. He's trying to recover his sword at the same time also protecting Dai. He also tells Dai to go attack the gate and break through. And essentially the last part of the episode is where Fenbren looks like he's spinning like a top, looks like he's about to attack Baron. But yeah, that's kind of how the episode ends off. Obviously, I'm leaving out the Hyunckel stuff, so I'm going to get to that now because that's kind of the most big part of the episode, I guess you can say. Essentially, Hyunckel wakes up and everything, and the thing is, we know one of the Troika members, which is Amy, clearly has feelings for him, and essentially she's kind of trying to talk Hyunckel down from the standpoint, she believes he shouldn't be fighting at his state. Even when Leona is there, Leona's like, I think you should just stay here and heal up. At this point, you would be more of a problem than, a help and stuff like that. But Hyunckel's like, it doesn't matter. I still have to go help my friends and I have to go fight. Now he asked for a spear. Now his spear is gone by his bedside. And essentially that's when Amy says, well, I threw the spear away. And no, she didn't throw in like some trash can or something. We later find out when they go to the beach, she apparently threw it in the ocean. So Hyunckel walks away and he's like, well then, okay, if I'm not gonna have my spear, then I guess I'll just fight and be a shield then. So I'll do something at least. And essentially that's when Leona kind of talks to Amy, and Leona's like, you have feelings for Hyunckel, right? And essentially Leona's like, yeah, what you did, if you really want this guy to fall for you, I think not throwing his spear, his weapon, in the bottom depths of the ocean is the way to go. I don't think that would make him happy at all. If anything, you would be hurting your chances if you think you have a chance with him. So she goes to the beach. She follows Hyunckel to the beach, and what they also see is they see that apparently the spear washed up alongside the shore. Now, if you go to the opening, Laura Baruch is in the opening, which I'm guessing he's going to take part in this fight against the Dark Army. So I'm guessing maybe he swam underwater and he put it to shore, kept it like that. I don't know. That's just my thought. But essentially, this is essentially when you have Amy kind of pouring her heart out to Hyunckel, essentially asking him to not fight and everything. And you know, she literally says to Hyunckel, I love you. Like, she gives a legit confirmation, a legit confirmed you know, confession here, where she tells Hyunckel to his face after hugging him, you know, I love you. And Hyunckel is like, listen, you want me to stop fighting. Listen, you know, I'm always scared. I'm always afraid. I have some sort of fear every time I go into battle. But the reason why I fight, the reason why I continue to fight, especially now, is for the wrongdoings of my past. I have blood on my hands for the years I was under the Dark Army. I resented my teacher, Avon, and even resented the friends I have now, and even tried to kill them at one point. This is my only way. I feel like this is me fighting to save everyone, to do all this is my way of atoning for my sins that I did. And that's what he's telling Amy. And he picks up his spear, he's got his armor on and everything, and he's ready to go to fight. And he just turns back to Amy and he says, listen, you're the first person I've ever told you the reason why I fight. And yeah, so that's when we cut back to Dai and the others, and that's how the episode ends. I did like the explanation. Obviously, you know, Hyunckel, I see as like a Vegeta type of character, you know, atoning for his sins, and trying to do right and defeat the big bad evil, and even if it's at the cost of his life, he'll do whatever it is to atone and stuff like that. And then before I get out of here, my thoughts on the whole Amy side of things and the Amy Hyunckel relationship. It's just me. I kind of feel like that relationship was, I'm not trying to say it's forced, but at the same time it is very forced, because it's like Amy just met Hyunckel like not too long ago. Like, it's only been like 2 or 3 arcs, and that was like the first time I believe they met each other after the end of the Baron arc. And she falls head over heels for him. Now again, listen, you know, most people, they see somebody and it's first love at first sight. But listen, I just kind of find it weird and unique that she just randomly just falls for him out of the reason. And then too, it's like, you barely know this cat at all. Like, why would you even like fall? But I will say this, I do understand the reasoning. You know, if you love somebody, you truly do care about them, and you don't want them to go into, you know, go into a potential area that they could come out not coming back to you, and stuff like that. I just kind of find it weird how kind of forced and rushed this Amy Hyunckel relationship is. Because personally, if you ask me, it looked like they were going the mom Hyunckel relationship, and then out of the blue, they just have, oh, guess what? Amy is just magically in love with Hyunckel out of the blue, and it's just right then and there and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the whole thing there. Also, I kind of find it as a way of Hyunckel saying, oh, you're the first person who I already told you how I truly feel about fighting and stuff like that. I found it also as an indirect way of him saying, you seem like you're a nice girl, and I guess I somewhat like you. Maybe we can talk about a potential relationship after this is done. I feel like that's just an indirect way of him saying that, but I think truly it's just a way of saying, because he even says thank you. I think it's just a way of him saying, you know, I thank you for your concerns, and I understand you, and thank you for saying you love me, but I have to go do what I have to go do. Now again, will Hyunckel and Amy hook up at the end of this? Maybe they will. I don't know. I definitely could just see Hyunckel just walking away and saying, I'm just gonna go on my own journey and travel the world and stuff like that. Maybe he does that with Crocodile. I don't know. And if that's the case, maybe Amy's asked Leona, can I leave to go join him? Maybe that's the case. I don't know. But I thought this was a good episode. I like the whole understanding, and we're getting to, well, I guess the final arc of Dragon Quest. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, or now check out this video. Until then, guys, I'll see you guys next week for the next week's Dragon Quest episode review, stuff like that. So again, hit that comment, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode. Hit that like button if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button to the channel if you want to get more Dragon Quest content or any other anime content I upload to the channel. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Till then, guys, peace.